Don't know why everyday people are joining it. Okay, so right now I am not accepting any request. We'll continue with the only 10 peoples. Okay, so please confirm is my screen is visible or not. Yes, guys, kindly confirm is my screen is visible to all.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in yesterday's lecture we started our the pillars of Java, right? So what are the pillars of Java? So anyone confirm? Please tell me which are the pillars of Java.
Abstraction, polymorphism, encapsulation, inheritance.
So that is nothing but the OOPS principle, right? So OOPS principle. I am once again writing here. What are the OOPS principle? The first one is inheritance. Then second one is encapsulation. Third one is polymorphism. And fourth one is abstraction, right? So these are the four OOPS principle. OOPS is nothing but the object oriented programming, right? And this is also called as pillars of Java, right? Means whole Java is means this principle contains whole Java, right? That's why it is that four principles called as pillars of Java, right? So in today's lecture we will see one by one what are the inheritance, what is that inheritance, all that things we will going to discuss. So inheritance first OOPS principle we will cover in today's session. Okay, so what is mean by inheritance? So before means the I will tell the definition. Before that, I am taking one example to understand better what is the inheritance exactly. So, for example, I am taking here. You know that there is a small newborn baby is there. Suppose this is a newborn baby, right? And newborn baby is there. First, after the baby is born, what happens in India? So, the baby is born in the hospital, right? Baby is born in the hospital. So, uh, so after borning the baby, the all the relatives like mama, uncles, then auntie, right? Then grandpa and grandma, all the relatives are means gathered together and they are visited hospital to see the baby, right? To see the baby. And what happens? So in that hospital, they all are discussing, right? So they all are discussing regarding how the means regarding the baby, right? Discussing regarding the baby, newborn baby, right? And among that, from the mama, uncles, auntie, and grandma, someone is saying that baby here is like her mom. Then someone is saying the baby's eyes are like her his or her, I don't know the baby's exactly, the eyes is like her papa's, right? And someone is saying that the skin color is fair, right? And it is look like uh, the his auntie or her auntie, right? So what is mean by that? Means the peoples are saying that newborn babies is acquires properties of her parents, right? Her parents or her grandparents or grandmothers or grandchild, child, right? So what I am saying here, are you guys understanding here? That means that babies is inherit the properties from mom or uh, her parent, right? That is nothing but the inheritance. Are you guys understanding? Yes, guys, tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that is nothing but the inheritance, right? So what happens in inheritance? So in inheritance, the one object, suppose there is a, this baby is one object and her parent is another object, right? This baby is acquiring the properties, parents' properties or her papa's properties, right? That is nothing but the inheritance. Means that this is the one object, object one, and this is another object, object second, right? Means the one object is acquiring the properties and inherit the properties from another object, right? That is nothing but the inheritance, right, guys? So this is nothing but the inheritance. Okay. So second, what is mean by second? What which is our second principle? First one is inheritance. Second is encapsulation, right? So what is mean by encapsulation here? Encapsulation. So in encapsulation, what happens here? So for that, I am taking one example here also. Suppose in medical, you all know that there is one capsule is there, and in that capsule there are different colors medicines are present in that capsule, right? There is blue color medicine, red color medicine is present in that capsule, right? This is the capsule, right? So in encapsulation, what happens here? So in encapsulation, this is the capsule and this is the outer part of that capsule, right? So this is the outer part, eh? And this is the medicine, right? In that medicines, different medicines are present, blue colors medicines, uh, red color medicine, right? So are you guys see the medicine, right, in the medical shop, right? So in that there is a capsule is look like that, right? So what happens in the encapsulation? So this capsule is bounded from the outer part, right? That means in encapsulation also the this is the outer part is one object here, object one, and under that object outer part there is a different medicine that is also another object, object second, right? So in encapsulation also the one object is binded by another object, that is nothing but the encapsulation, right? So in encapsulation is nothing but the one object is binded by another object, that is nothing but the encapsulation, right? Or we can say in other way, the one object is wrapped by another object, right? That is nothing but the encapsulation. One object is wrapped by another object. That is nothing but the encapsulation. So are you guys clear regarding this? Yes, please tell me, kindly confirm. What is meant by encapsulation? Are you guys clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So third one is the encapsulation. Don't worry, guys. We will see detail, but just for your understanding purpose, I am giving overview of all the pillars right now. So third pillar is polymorphism. So what happens in polymorphism? What is meant by polymorphism? So here, actually, this is the Latin word. This is the Latin word. So what happens in polymorphism? Here, the poly is nothing but the many, right? And morphism is nothing but the behavior. Morphism is nothing but the behavior. So for your understanding, I am giving one example here. For example, this is the girl, right? And this is the girl. And suppose this girl is wake up early in the morning. So in morning, this girl is wake up and she went to ground, right? She went to ground for playing, right? Went to ground for playing, right? So she went to ground for playing. So in that case, what we can call that girl? We can call that girl in the ground is a player, right? And after that, after coming from the ground, the same girl, she's going to market, right? Suppose at 10 a.m. she is going to, or she went to market, right? So in the market, same girls, what we can call that girl? So in the market, this girl, we can call that girl is a customer, right? Because she is in the market, she girls is acting like as a customer, right? And after returning from the market, the girl went to at 12 p.m. At 12 p.m. she went to college, right? And while she went to college, and after went to college, so in the college, the same girls, what we can say? So she is, we can say that girl is a student, right? Then after that, uh, in the college, suppose there is one cultural activities there, and she is performing some act there is, or she is performing, or she is singing there, right? Same girl, right? Suppose 2 p.m. there is a, and in that case, what we can say? So in that case, we can call that girl as a singer, right? So what happens here means that same girl, this is the one object, that girl is a object, right? This is the same object, means one object is showing the different properties or many behaviors, right? Many behaviors at different stages of life cycle. That is nothing but the polymorphism, right? Because the same girls, while she went to ground. She's acting as a player. Same girl, suppose she's went to market. She's acting like a customer, and in the college she's acting like a student. And same in the college, suppose the cultural activity is going on, in that case she is acting as a single. Means same girls is showing different behaviors at different stages, right? That is nothing but the polymorphism. So are you guys understanding what is mean by polymorphism? Please confirm. Yes, Kumara. Yes, guys.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So this is nothing but the polymorphism. Then what is next? Which is our next principle? Fourth one,
Abstraction.
abstraction, right? So what is mean by abstraction here? So for abstraction, I am taking another example. I am taking example of ATM machine here for better understanding. Suppose there is one ATM machine is there. Suppose SBI ATM machine is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? This is the ATM machine. Right? So as a user, so what we can means by using ATM, what we can do as a user by in the ATM? Tell me, guys, what actions we can perform in the ATM machine?
Actually, sir, actually to drive money, that's why.
Right? Withdraw money.
Yeah.
Second one, we can
And check the statement.
balance inquiry. Right?
Yeah. Pin
Can
change.
pin change. Right? Then we can mini statement. We can retrieve the mini statement. Right? So as a user we can perform this type of means activity, right, by in the ATM, right? But suppose I am withdrawing money here. First action I am performing by using this machine with withdrawing money, suppose 2000. So while withdrawing money, so as a user, can we see how much money is there in inside the machine? Can we see?
No, sir.
No, right? So we can't see the inside what happens, or how much money we can in that machine is having, right? So that we can't see. We can only withdraw money. We can do withdraw money, balance inquiry, pin change, mini statement, and other facilities there, suppose that also we can do by using that machine, right? So in abstraction, suppose I'm withdrawing the 2000 rupees, right? And to withdrawal money, uh, so while withdrawing, so what happens inside the machine, or which code is functionality is happen, what code exactly they executed under this machine, so that we know, we don't know, right? So that is nothing but the abstraction. So what is mean by abstraction? So the we are hiding the internal implementation code, right? Here we are hiding the code, right? Hiding the internal implementation code. And providing only functionality means that ATM machines functionality. This is the functionality of that machine. Now, as a user, we can uh, perform that functionality by using that machine, right? We can withdraw money, we can check the balance, we can set our pin, and we can do the mini statement request, right? Means, but we don't know the what happens in the internal process, right? That is nothing but the abstraction. So in abstraction also, we we are hiding the internal implementation code, and we providing only functionality. That is nothing but the abstraction. So are you guys understanding here? So for your better understanding, uh, you means kindly this ATM we can you can means uh, mug up this ATM machine, right? Or you can use this example ATM machine, right? For abstraction. So are you guys understanding these four pillars or OOPS principles? First one is uh, inheritance, then encapsulation, then abstraction and polymorphism, right? So next we will see one by one what are the different types of inheritance. So our first OOPS principle is inheritance. So under that there are different types. So I am writing types. So first one is single level inheritance, right? Second one is multi level inheritance. Then third one is hierarchical inheritance. Then fourth one is multiple. I'm writing in by using different color here. Multiple inheritance, right? So these are the types of inheritance, and last one also is there. That is nothing but the hybrid inheritance. So that is this one is not important. Only important. All these four are important, right? As per the interview, right? And guys, kindly uh, this is the multi-level, right? And this is the multiple. That two are different, right? That two are not same, right? Because multi-level is different and multiple is different. So these are the type of inheritance, right? So we saw what is mean by inheritance, right? So what happens in inheritance? So in inheritance, one object is acquiring properties from the different object or another object. It is called as inheritance, right? For example, I am taking here this is the father and this is the son, right? So in inheritance, this is the one object, right? And this is another object, right? So what is mean by inheritance? So in inheritance, the one object is acquiring properties of another object, right? Suppose father is having properties like father is having car, then home, money, right? So this property belongs to father, right? And the son is inherited, or son is also having one property, that is the bike, can say second hand bike, right? So in inheritance, what happens? The one object is acquiring the properties from another object. That is nothing but the inheritance, right? So here the son is acquiring the properties. Like what are the properties father belongs? So father is having car, right? Father is having car, home, and money, and the son is inherit that properties, right? Inherited that properties. So that is nothing but the inheritance, right? So I am writing the definition of inheritance here. So inheritance definition. Inheritance means the process of, or we can say process in which one object is acquiring properties of another object is called as inheritance, right? So this is nothing but the inheritance. One object is acquiring properties of another object, that is nothing but the inheritance, right? So for acquiring the properties in the inheritance, there is one keyword is used, right? So which keywords we are using while acquiring the properties? There is a extend keyword is used while acquiring properties. So let's see, the first one is single level inheritance. So what happens in the single level inheritance? So same example I am taking here for the single level inheritance. So example, so this is the property of father. There is a car, home, and money, right? So this is the father, and this is the son. So son is having bike, right? This is the son. So in single level inheritance, what happens? So in the single level inheritance, it is here the one class is acquiring properties of another class. But here we can say this class is called as the super class, or we can say this is the base class, and parent class, right? And this class is known as subclass, or we can say child class. So what is mean by this? So in single level inheritance, the subclass here, this is the subclass is acquiring the properties from the superclass by using extend keywords here. So to acquire the properties here, we require the extend keywords here, right? To acquire the properties of fathers, we have to extend the son here, right? So then and only then that property will get the son, right? So here, to acquire the properties from the superclass to the subclass, that is nothing but the single level inheritance by using extend keywords, right? So I am writing the definition of single level inheritance here. So it is the type of inheritance in which subclass is acquiring properties from superclass, right, by using extends keyword, right? This is nothing but the single level inheritance. So what is the use of extend keyword here, and what is mean by superclass or subclass, that also I am writing here. So what is the use of extend keyword here? So the extend keywords is which are used to join the two classes, right? So extends keyword are used to join the two classes. That is the use of extend keyword, right? Then what is mean by superclass and subclass, that also I am writing here. The superclass is nothing but the, or we can say parent class, the class from where we can acquiring the properties, that is nothing but the superclass, right? So the class from where we can acquiring the properties is known as superclass, right? And what is mean by subclass? Subclass, or we can say child class. So subclass is nothing but the class in which we are delivering the properties, that is nothing but the subclass, right? The class in which we are delivering the properties is known as subclass. Okay guys, up to this anyone is having a problem, please let me know. Yes, Manisha, Anil, Kumra, Wasi, are you understanding what I am teaching here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Wasi also?
Yeah, can you please explain again encapsulation? I'm little confused, like inside properties, outside properties.
No, no. Means I am taking the general example while explaining the encapsulation. So in encapsulation, what happens? So the
Mm-hmm.
one object is wrapping the properties uh, into the other object. That is nothing but the encapsulation. So I am taking the example of capsule, like, because
Okay, yeah.
there is a word, similar word, the like
Mm-hmm.
encapsulation. That's why I took that example.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
means in upcoming section we'll got the idea regarding the encapsulation. Don't worry, because we will
Mm-hmm.
learn in details regarding encapsulation.
Okay.
Okay, okay. So this is nothing but the single level inheritance, right? But here is one important note I am writing here. For single level inheritance, we require two classes, right, guys? Suppose there is only single class, then how we can do the inheritance? Because in inheritance, what happens? The one object is acquiring the properties from the second object, right? There is the one super class is there and one is subclass is there, right? So same, there is a, this is the father is the super class and son is the subclass, right? So son is acquiring the properties of father. So here the two classes are required, and this is the mandatory in while doing the single level inheritance, right? So this is nothing but the single level inheritance. Okay, so let's discuss the program regarding the single level inheritance. So program for single level. For example, I am taking one class is there. Suppose public class father I am taking here, and father is having some properties, right? So suppose father is having money. First one is father is having money, right? And suppose father is having money. System dot out dot intelligent. Father is holding the money of 10 lakh, right? This is the one class, right? Then another property is having father. Suppose second property is having father is home, right? So this is the second property father is holding, and suppose that home name I am taking steam dot out dot println. that home name, suppose I am taking bungalow, right? This is the second property father is having, and then also third property also father is having. Suppose public void, I am taking money, home and car, right? And suppose car is Honda City, I am taking here Honda, right? So these three properties are belongs to father, that is nothing but the home, money and car, right? So this is the father's property. And what son is having? So for the son I am taking here public class son. So I am taking second class here, public class son, right? And the son is having mobile, suppose. So public void son is having mobile, right? And which mobile son is having? Steam dot out dot println. Suppose son is having Samsung mobile, right? But according to the single level inheritance, so what happens? Suppose son is required or inherit the property of father. So for that, what here required? We required here the by using the extend keyword, only the son can acquire the property of father, right? So for that we have to extend the son to the father, right? So here the son can be extends by using the extends keyword. Where son can extend? So son will get extended to the father, right? Then and only then the son will get the all the properties of father, right? So this is the one class, that is the son class, and first one is the father class. Means this is our super class, right? This is our super class and this is our subclass. So what happens in the single level inheritance? So in the single level inheritance, subclass is acquiring the properties from superclass by using extend keywords, right? So here like that I am taking here the one class is father class, that is the superclass, right? And another class is that is son class, that is nothing but the subclass. Means the subclass is acquiring the properties from that superclass, right? By using the extend keywords. That's why I'm here use the extend keywords, right? And where the extend what is the use of extend keywords? So that extend keywords is join the two classes, right? The father class and son class. By using extend keywords we can join that class, right? Right? But here we are using the non-static method, right? The money one method is money method is there, then public void home method is there, then car method is there, and here mobile method is there, right? So for printing the output we require another class, right? That is nothing but the, so in kindly see guys, in that two class, in father class also and in son class also, is there any main method you can see? So in both the classes there is no main methods are present, right? But for executing the program we require main method, right? So for that purpose I am taking another class. Suppose public class, here I am taking uh, test class I am taking here, right? And under that I am including main method. But so we already seen in the previous lecture is there to calling the non-static method, right? Because these all are the non-static method, right? So for that we have to create the object, right? So here we have to create the object of one class, that is nothing but the sun class. So I am creating object of sun class here. So how we can create the object? Here sun, the class name is there, then I am taking reference variable as a yes here, then equals to sign, new keyword is there, and we are using the constructor. The constructor name should be same as the class name, that's why I am taking sun, right? So this is nothing but the object creation, right? So why we are creating here object? To calling this non-static method, right? So for that I am creating the object here, the object of one class, that is the sun class. But kindly note that guys, so while creating the object uh, we have to create the object of subclass, right? Always we have to create the object of subclass. In the note I am writing after writing this program. And by using the reference variable we can call the different method here. So what are the methods is present? So this is the reference variable dot, there is a money method, right? This is the method I am calling here. Then second method is home method, that also I am calling here. And this is the third method car, that is also I am calling here. And in the sun class there is a mobile method is there, that also I am calling here, right? And we can close the, okay. So are you guys understanding what I have done here? So if not, I am also showing in the Eclipse as well, okay. Okay, under the src I am creating new package is there. So I am giving the package name, that is single level inheritance. This is the my package name. And under that I am taking one class, that is the super class. So what is our super class name? I am taking the uh, father is a super class name, right? So this is my I am commenting here, this is my super class, right? And I'm giving some properties to the father. Public void money is there, right? And how much money father is having? Suppose father is having 10 lakh here, right? So this is the one property which is belong to father, that is nothing but the money. Then second property is having father, that is car. So public void car is there. So which car is father is having? So father is having, suppose, Honda car. So that is the second property is father belongs to. Then third property is father is having home. So I am also taking public void home, and suppose that home name father is having bungalow, right? So this is the super class I am taking. So in the single level inheritance, what happens? We require two classes, right? So first we are taking one class, that is the super class, that name is father, and under that class we are taking the different properties from the father, right? There is a money is there, there is car is there, home is there, right? That three properties are belongs to the father class, right? Then we have to create another class under the same package. So for that I am clicking on that package and click on right click, that click on that package, right click, then go to new and creating another class, right? So here I am taking the second class, that class is nothing but the son class, right? So I am giving the class name as a son. Okay, so this is the subclass. So this is the subclass. So what happens here? So here son is, so son extend the properties from father, right? First I have to write the which properties son belongs to. So son is having mobile, public void mobile is there. So I am taking mobile, right? And which mobile son is having? So son is having Samsung, right? But so kindly what we required here to extend the properties, we have to use the extend keywords, right? Then and then only the son is extending the properties of father, right? So for that, kindly do attention here, guys. So here we are using the extends keywords, and who is extending the properties? The father class is extending the properties, right? So I am writing the class name which are extending the properties, that is nothing but the father, father, right? So if okay, so this is the capital F, right? So this is the subclass, right? Son is the subclass. So that two classes we have, one is a super class and another one is a subclass, right? So for executing the program, we have to create another class under the same package, that is nothing but the main method class, right? Because in the son class also and in the father class also we don't have the main method, right? But in the Java standard practices, suppose we want to execute the program without main method, we can't execute program, right? So for that purpose we are taking another class, right? So I am taking another class, that class name is test here, and in that I am using the main method, right? And under that main method I am creating the object of subclass, right? So which is our subclass? Sun is our subclass. So I am writing in the comment, create the object of subclass, right? So Sun is our subclass here. So I am taking yes as a reference variable equals to new keywords here. Then constructor I am taking here, right? So this is the object. Then I am calling the all the uh, methods here, right? So yes dot, which is first money, right? Father is having money. Then yes dot, father is having car. Then father is having home, right? And also son is having mobile, right? So I am right now I am executing the program. So let's see what happens. So see here. So these 10 lakhs and Honda car and bungalow is the properties of father, right? And Samsung is the properties of son, right? So the son is extend all the properties of father here, right? So that is nothing but the single level inheritance. So guys, clear here what happens? So don't worry, I am sending this code also in your WhatsApp group. So are you guys understanding, guys? Yes. So can we move forward? Okay, the second type of the inheritance, that is nothing but the multi-level inheritance, right? Okay. So what happens in the multi-level inheritance? So in multi-level inheritance, what happens? So in the multi-level inheritance, there is one object is acquiring properties from another, and that another object is acquiring properties from some another, right? For example, I am taking for the multi-level inheritance. Suppose there is a grandpa, then this is the father, and this is son, right? So here the father is acquiring the properties from the grandpa, and the son is acquiring the properties from the father by using extend keywords, right? That means here this is the one object, this is the second, and this is the third object, right? So here one class, this is the father is one class, son is another class, and grandpa is another class, right? So this is nothing but the multi-level inheritance. That means in multi-level inheritance, one object is acquiring properties. Here the father is acquiring properties from grandpa, and the son is acquiring properties of father, right? So that is happens in the multi-level inheritance, right? So another example I am taking here. Example, this is the first example. This is second example. Suppose in WhatsApp, what happens? So in first version of WhatsApp, there is only chatting is present, right? This is the WhatsApp version 1, right? In the WhatsApp first previous version or first version, only chatting is present. But in the second, what happens? There is WhatsApp added one feature, that is audio calling is feature is added in the version 2, right? So this is WhatsApp version 2. This will happens. Audio calling feature is added by WhatsApp. Then after that, in next version, the WhatsApp will added video call, right? So this will happens in the next version, and after that also in latest version now all we are using, that is nothing but the in last version the WhatsApp is added one feature, that is payment option, right? So this is the latest version of WhatsApp. So what happened here? So here also there is property we will extend here, right? The first will extend in the audio call, then audio call will extend in the video call, right? Then now latest version is payment option, that also extend, right? Means in the latest version, this is the latest version. So in the latest version there are all the properties we are getting, right? So we are getting in the latest version, we are getting the chatting option is there, then audio calling facility also there, then video calling also there, and payment also there, right? So that all facility we are getting in the latest version of that WhatsApp. So how this happens? So this happens using this multi-level inheritance, right? So this is the best example of multi-level inheritance, right guys? So are you guys with me or not? Yes guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, sir.
This is understand or not? Are you guys understanding or not? Or you guys are got bored?
No, sir.
So please tell me if you are guys getting bored. Then we will stop here only, and we can continue tomorrow also if this happens. Otherwise, we will continue, right? Okay, we'll take this multi-level, and after that we will end the session, right? So what happens in multi-level inheritance? So in the multi-level inheritance, I am writing the definition first, and after that we will see the program of multi-level inheritance. So in multi-level inheritance, so I am writing the definition. So it is the type of inheritance in which one object is acquiring properties from another, and that object is acquiring properties from some another object, right, is called as multi-level inheritance, right guys? So this is the definition we can say. And recently we saw the example of multi-level inheritance. So this is the best example of WhatsApp. So in version 1 there is a chatting facility is available, version 2 the audio call is available, and WhatsApp version 3 there is a video call, right? And in latest version there is a payment option is available, but we are using the latest version, that means we are using all this facility, right? Chatting is also there in the latest version, audio call is there, video call is there, payment is there, right? So that means this is the example of multi-level inheritance, right? So same example I am taking in the program form or in the program form. Suppose this is the program for multi-level inheritance, right? So for that, first of all I am taking one class. Suppose I am taking public class A is there, and in that I am taking first feature of WhatsApp, that is nothing but the public wide chat is there. So that I am taking here, and in the so so I am suppose chatting, right? So this is my first class I am taking, and after that I am taking another class, that is nothing but the public class B here. And in that what happens, audio call is there, right? Audio calling is there, that I am taking here, and suppose I am printing here audio, but here we have to extend the class, right? Because we are acquiring the properties of class A, right? So that's why we have to extend this B to the A, right? So that's why I am taking here extends B extends A, right? So that's why I'm taking here. Then after that I am taking another class, that is class C. So public class C is there, and what in the C class there is video call, right? So public void video calling is there, and I am printing for video calling. Suppose I am printing live here. Here also we have to extend this, right? So we have to extend C to the B, right? Because we want this property, right? Then next last class we have, that is D. So public class D, and one method I am taking here, public void. What is the last method? Suppose payment is the last method, right? And suppose I am doing payment, that is transfer, so that I am taking here, right? And here also we have to extend this, right? So here D extends to C, right? Here also we are extending. So this is the means we are extending here A, here B, here D, C, right? So we are taking different four classes, right? This is the class A, this is class B, class C, and class D, right? And we are extending this property to one by one, one to another, right? So for executing that, we have to use main method, right? So for that I am taking another class. So public class, suppose I am taking here demo class, right? And under that I am taking main method here, and we have to create the object of uh, one class, right? So I am taking the D object, creating the object of here D class. So here the D, then I am taking reference variable as a ref, then equals to sign, new symbol, new keyword is there, and this is the constructor, right? So this is nothing but the object creation, right? So we are creating the object, then after that we are calling the method, right? So how we can call the method? By using reference variable, right? So what is reference variable here? Ref is our reference variable. So dot, what is our first method? That is chat. So that I am calling by using reference variable, right? Second method is audio calling. So ref dot audio calling I am calling here. Then next method is video calling, right? So by using reference variable dot, I am calling this method also, video calling. And then next method is payment, right? So that also I am calling here, payment, right? So this is the our uh, program for the multi-level inheritance, right? So let's see in the Eclipse as well what happens. So under the src I am creating new package. That package name I am giving that package name, that is the multi-level multi-level inheritance, and under that I am creating different classes. Suppose I am taking A as a class, right? And in that I am taking one property, that is first public void what we take here chat, right? And under that settings we are taken, right? So this is the first class I am creating, and after that we have to create another class, right? So say under the same package I am creating another class also. That class name I am taking B, right? So here this is the second class. So what is the second class? So public void, here audio calling is here, right? So audio call is there, and in this we are printing audio, right? But here we have to extend this class to A, right? So for that I am using the extends keywords here, extends to A, right? So this is very important. So if you are not using this extend keywords, so there is no use of this uh, there is no use of this inheritance, right? So extends keywords will connect the one class to another class, right? So for connecting that we are using the extend keywords here, right? So I am taking another also another class. I am creating another class. That class name I am taking C, right? So in C class, what we have taken video calling, right? So public void video call, and under that we have to print, suppose live streaming. We are printing the live streaming, right? So here also we are extending this to the B, right? So three classes are we are creating. Then next also one more class we have to create, that is nothing but the D class, right? So creating D class also, and under this I am taking one method, that is non-static method, uh, public void what is that method name, payment, right? Payments method I am taking, and under this I am printing transfer, right? That also we have to extend this method also. So I am using extends to C, right? So the this part we are completed here. We are we are created this class A, class B, extend A, then we are created this, right? So remaining part this is remaining, right? So that also we have to complete. So for that I am creating under the same package I am creating another class. That class name is demo. I am taking so in that class we are taking the main method, right? Because we have to execute that program, right? And here we are creating object. So for that I am creating the object of D class here. D and reference variable is ref. I am taking equals to new keyword is there, and this is the constructor. So constructor name should be or must be same as the class name. That's why I am taking the D as, right? And then I am calling the different method. So by using the reference variable dot. So first is our chat, right? Then second one is audio call is there. Then third one is video call is there. Then next one is payment is there, right? So after executing, let's see what we are getting. Okay, so all methods are extended, and in final we are getting the all method, right? So this is nothing but the multi-level inheritance, right guys? So are you guys clear regarding this? Just tell me guys. Anyone having problem, please let me know.
No, sir.
Okay, so we'll stop here only, and